Great. Sumobots. So I'm Leonard, I'm Project Director for Mechatronics Society. I'm basically running most of Sumobots. We've got Janice there, who introduces herself.
Oh yeah, I'm the workshops director. So I'm kind of like co-running with Leonard as well.
Yep, and on the create side, we have.
I'm Alex. I'm events director at Create.
Hi, I'm William. I'm the Vice President of Technology at Create.
Yeah, and so that's the main people running this competition. All right, thank you for coming today. This is the introduction workshop, so you'll get an introduction to what Sumobots is and what you guys are doing here, basically. Just hide this. And yeah, so I'll start by introducing the societies. So Sumobots is being run by two societies this year. So Mechatronics Society and then Create. So for Mechatronics Society, it's kind of self-explanatory what kind of society we are. We are basically the society for everyone who studies integrated mechatronics. So we can run, we run workshops, we run workshops for mechatronics courses in particular sometimes. Also social events and just various stuff like that. And for Create?
So Create is a society all about making things. We do a lot of workshops around electronics, 3D printing, laser cutting, that sort of thing. We also do projects. If you're interested in projects, we're running GRC this year, as well as by making an unmanned ground vehicle. And we also run a sales stall every Monday, so we sell electronic components if you ever need to buy some electronic components.
And yeah, that's basically who we are. All right, so the contents of what we're going to be going through today. So introduction to the competition itself. I'm sure some of you still don't really know what Sumobots is really about. Also the timeline for all the workshops we'll have in the next few weeks, and also the final competition. The rules we have, also we're going to hand out the kits, and at the end we're going to have like a brainstorming session. We'll also have some pizza. All right. So I'll start off by explaining what exactly is Sumobots. So Sumobots is, in layman's terms, we basically get a team of students. So you guys have already formed teams now. You build a small robot in that team. And basically in a small arena, like you can see up there, these bots basically just try to push each other out of the ring. And the one that pushes the other one out wins. So that's basically what Sumobots is about. So we're really excited to hold this competition this year because we haven't held one since 2018. We tried holding one last year, but COVID lockdown sort of cut it short. So hopefully we get up to the stage of actually getting bots pushing each other out of the ring this year. All right, and here's just some videos. 2018. And yeah, hopefully that gives you a good idea of what you guys will be doing in the next 8 weeks, basically.
All right, so just as a general timeline, we are in week 1 at the moment, the Thursday session of the workshop. So every week, even though it's Tuesday and Thursday, you only have to attend one, and they're both live streamed and recorded. So they both have the same content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So don't worry too much if you can't make one of the days. Pretty much so week 1 will just be going through like some introductions, giving out the kits, sorting out teams and all of that. Next week we'll be going through some CAD and manufacturing workshops. So for that one, we'll be using SolidWorks. So just make sure you have access to SolidWorks either through like you download it locally on your laptop, or you can access it through My Access. And for next week, both workshops will be located at the Design Next studio. And then week 3, we'll be going through some Arduino basics. So in your kits, you'll have access to Arduino Nano. So just make sure that you also install Arduino on your laptop. before that workshop. For week 3 Tuesday, it'll be at Design Next, but then on the Thursday, it'll be at the open building location. So it'll be like this location. And then after that, we'll kind of get more hands-on. So week 4, we have motors and soldering, where you'll actually be doing some soldering to connect your motors together. And it'll be at the tire maker space, and then week 5 onwards. So week 5 is sort of like an informal workshop where you'll be doing most of like the building then, starting your buildings then. And then after that, so on the week 5, it'll be private. So we're booking out the cubby makerspace, so you guys have access to all the tools without queuing. But after that, we'll have mentors on board to help you guys. It's not compulsory, but we're happy to help you out during then when you guys start building your bots. So after all of those workshops and sessions, we'll have our rostered knockouts in week 8 on the Tuesday and some of the Thursday. So once we finalize teams, we'll be sending out emails on which teams will be competing at what time on the Tuesday. And then the final competition will happen on Thursday, same time, 6:08 p.m. in the IMI studio.
So this is a bit of an overview on the rules of Sumobots. So your bot must be autonomous, you can't be remote controlling it. You're not allowed to intentionally damage the other bots. You're not allowed to have any dangerous components, and you must make it within a $100 budget. That does not include your kit. So there are 2 streams, the standard and advanced streams. The difference between them is that the standard is more restricted. So the standard is 200 millimeters by 200 millimeters. The weight is less than 1 kilogram. You can only use the parts from the supplied kit and pre-approved extras. The list of pre-approved extras is on the formal rules document, which I'll show in a bit. And you must not make modifications to the drivetrain. In advanced, you get a bit more room, so 250 by 250. It's 1.5 kilogram max. You can use any extra components, except you must use the motors and the wheels and battery given to drive the robot. So you're not allowed to buy more powerful motors. And you are allowed to make modifications to the drivetrains. In terms of the tournament, each matchup between 2 different Sumobots will have 3 rounds. The rounds will last a maximum of 2 minutes per round, unless extended by the judges. And a round ends when the bot is pushed off the platform, or if a bot can no longer move. At the start of the match, or the round, sorry, you must not move for 5 seconds after the judge says go. So you say go and you press a button and wait 5 seconds before you actually start moving. And you must move without external assistance at least once. This is the formal rules document. Feel free to scan that and have a look at it. But I can also show it. I opened it before, but someone must have closed it. Okay, I just couldn't see it. This is the formal rules document. So it's pretty long, but it details like exactly what is and not allowed. This is the pre-approved extras list. Feel free to go through it in more detail later. Yeah, so there's a lot of details there. Feel free to look at that when you're actually designing your bot.
If we make any changes to it, we'll notify you on the Discord, so make sure you're paying attention to that.
Oh, there is also a change log. Here. So we've already had some small changes. So yeah, we'll put updates there.
Alright, so now we're just gonna start handing out the kits. There are differences between like the upgrade kits and the normal kits, so just make sure you like let us know if you have the old kit and we'll give you the upgrade kits, or if you're buying the full, like the newer kits from this year. We'll start row by row. Yeah, can we get one person from each team to come up to the front?
Just like we'll mark you up.
You know how you literally convinced some guy in some tutorial to come to the
Yes.
game?
Yes.
He doesn't have a team.
He doesn't have a
He
team.
doesn't have a team.
Does he want? Do you want? Does he want to find a team?
I think he's gonna find it.
Standard or advanced? Standard or advanced? If it's standard, we have a team who is like from Japan. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, advanced. Okay, advanced. I could add him onto a team from. If if you want to contact them, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. They don't because they no, I'll choose it. Yeah. They want to copy this. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's me that want to fix that last team. And yeah. Yeah. I'll set up after. Yeah. I'll do it later. Just remind me in a bit. Like we'll do it like yeah. All right, yeah. Okay, who's team names? What's the team name?
At least it didn't explode.
At least it didn't explode. Standard or advanced? Oh yeah, this is the new one. I already have it in a different way. You go.
What is an upgrade?
Oh, that's an upgrade. Don't worry. That's it. I can't read. I'm reading it. Can you also wait, sorry, can I just yeah, that's it. Just small stuff. No, as in, so because they have all the stuff that's in here already. Not all. But then there's a couple of them. What's your team name? I'll give you the next. Is that standard or advanced? Okay. Let's pull the box. All right, awesome. Can you make sure it's 6 volts? It's the motors. Yeah. It should be all 6 volts. Because we took the 12 volt down. Alright, team name? Was it? Oh, that one. That one. Oh.
JASS.
Wait, is that advanced? Or
No, it's standard.
okay. JHS.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We can ask people like teams who are that are here already. Like see if there's any advanced teams who want. Yeah. I'll see if like when we hand out the kits, if there's any advanced people like teams who want. Yeah. Yeah, team name? Cubular, I think. Cubular, yeah. Cubular. Yeah. Interesting team. Yeah. Can I get a drink? Yeah. We'll have food and stuff later, so you can grab one now, but we'll have, yeah. Yes. Upgrade kid. I give one to them. Hi Alex, I just knocked him off so you can give him a gift. Did we? Oh, so we didn't. We'll ask them, yeah. Do what? We have to ask if everyone who got an upgrade kit also has a battery, like their battery. Oh, that's true. I assume they would have. Is that all the bits? I think that's everything. Oh, wait. You guys all right? I already changed has everyone got their kit? Yes? Yes? Got kits? How are you? Okay, I think we've got kits. There's a bunch of. Oh, to handout. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4 kids. We got.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'd have to think about robot design. Well, I've been asked to join a couple of teams online. I'll just let it sit. You need to move for that. That's what people do. I don't know if that. No.
Let me know if you do. Are you actually
And what happens when you flip somebody over? Do you like lose? Or do you not
when
win?
you flip them over
Yeah.
by accident or on purpose?
No, like if they're driving like this and then they drive and then they flip.
Oh, then that's fine. Because that means that bot is unstable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're fine.
Or like if this flips backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
fine.
Alright, easy.
Okay, so we keep going.
Yeah, have you guys received your kits? Okay. Alright.
Sweet.
We are not stealing drinks. Oh, no. Where are the chips? You promised me chips. There are chips. They're going to be brought up.
You're getting my chips, okay?
Oh yeah, we can do an announcement at the end. See if there's any.
Is there like a max number of limits?
Yeah, 5. So it looks like there's only like one. I know these guys are here, but they've already got 5 people. I think Alex handed the kids out to the others. So yeah. We can see if they want more people. So just hang in, just like hang around, and then we'll sort that out. All the kids are the same. It's just that advanced is like the rules are. So it's the competition. Yeah.
At the end, you'll have some time to bring some of your team a bit more.
So this is a picture of the arena that we're going to use, in case you're wondering what it looks like. It's 80 centimeters in diameter. Yeah, so this is all of the components that you should have in your kit. So if you don't have any of these, please let us know. Although we didn't put in any female to female cables, so you won't have any of those. Yeah, so while we go through the components, make sure that you have all of these. So this is an Arduino. It's a small microcontroller. And you'll be programming it with the Arduino IDE, which you can download from the Arduino website. So these are the motor controllers and the motors with the wheels. So you should have a little red chip with motors and brackets and wheels and connectors. These are what's going to drive your bot. So make sure you have all those.
Make sure you have like the bracket and the screws and the cross connectors.
Yeah, try not to lose the screw. I think you go for the bit.
Yeah, we don't have too many screws.
Try not to lose those screws.
Like those should be.
It's like the basic circuit we're using to hook up the motors and motor driver, like we'll go through this later in. Yeah, in week 4, we'll go through this in a lot more detail. Don't need to worry about it.
And also, just for both side and advance, you can only have 2 driving motors. So you're only allowed to have like these 2 motors that you can use to drive your bot.
Yeah, so you can add additional motors to other things, motors. Yeah, so this is the IR sensor. We use this IR sensor for the bot to detect the white line at the edge of the ring. So to determine if your bot is getting to the stage of the ring. And the other sensor we're going to be using is the ultrasonic sensor. So we use this sensor to locate the opponent, and we usually put it on the front and the top so you can detect the opponent and push them out. Yeah, and these 2, so we have a LiPo battery and a cable and connector for you to connect the power. And we have this battery alarm, so you plug this into the battery just to make sure you don't overly discharge it and damage the battery. So it'll sound an alarm when it gets below 3.5 volts, and that means you should recharge the battery. Yeah, so we have some male to female jumping cables in the kits, and yeah, there won't be any female to female ones supplied.
So all of you would probably be interested to look at some of the Sumobots here. So we have a few Demobots for you to look at, and we'll be passing it around.
Yes. Hey, we'll just run around.
For the online people, we'll be showing it after we pass the Demobots around.
By the way, are there any advanced teams here who are looking for extra people? So I've got one person who is looking for an advanced team. So if there's any advanced team, teams who don't have 5 people. They're not advanced.
Are you good? Are you in the droid racing team as well?
I'm not in the team. I'm just doing like the not actually in the team.
Just a quick question about the kits. How many resistors are there supposed to be?
Should be just. I think there should be just one.
Just one. Okay, yeah, thanks.
It's just one resistor, right?
Let me get it.
Alright, we're going to continue now. So hopefully everyone has cards. Is anyone missing any cards from their kits? Alright, cool. Alright, so here we have the link to our Discord. So this is where we're going to be posting most of our announcements. You can also have a chat with some of the organizers or just other competitors, or post a meeting there if you want. So if you haven't joined already, please join. Just scan the QR code up there. Has anyone not joined? We'll post this slides up after this workshop, so if you miss it, just set it there.
All right.
Yeah, sure. So one thing about Sumobots that we're doing differently this year is we're offering everyone who's doing Sumobots a chance to get 10 days industrial training. So if you're studying engineering, so if that's electronic engineering, mechanical, electrical, whatever it is, software, you have to complete 60 days industrial training as part of your degree, right? Usually you do that through internships or like whatnot. What we're doing for this year is we're getting Sumobots to partner with Unbound, and Reese is here from Unbound. Do you want to talk a bit about?
Yeah. I won't take up too much time, guys. But so my name's Reese. I might know some of you from last semester, but basically I'm here with Unbound, which is a social enterprise, and we look at sort of education outside of the classroom, and in particular, we did a lot of study programs overseas. Obviously, with the current environment and how travel's going these days, we're not doing that so much anymore, but we're doing a few sort of similar programs in a either a virtual format or like this partnered with the Sumobots program. So what we're looking to do is just kind of offer sort of an optional program on the side where we'll do a little bit of kind of project management and what is a project and the design process, and have a few seminars that we'll be doing sort of outside of here only for about an hour or so, and things that you'll be able to record and catch up on, which kind of give you a little bit of insight into engineering in the global sort of scale, what are some various kind of innovators doing overseas, and then a little bit about sort of social impact and how you can take your projects on further than what you're just doing here. So yeah, what we're sort of planning on doing is kind of between weeks 3 and week 6, I believe it is, so about 4 weeks in there. We'll basically be having a seminar for an hour or so once a week. I'll be dropping in on either the Tuesday or the Thursday and just sort of here for more kind of project support. So if you were here around last semester and you did do the program, it's going to be a lot less kind of content and structured sort of workshops, and a lot more kind of led by your projects here and us for more of the support. So what we're after is basically a little bit to kind of capture the awesome projects that you're doing that you'll be able to use going forward in sort of, you know, career and professional development. And basically, yeah, a sort of a short report and a video showing off the project. Yeah, that's about it. And there's it'll be no cost to students, and it'll count to 10 days of your industrial training as well. So if you've done it last semester, you're more than welcome to do it again this semester. And yeah, that's kind of about it.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested, the link is in the slides. We'll also be posting it on the Discord. Like again, if you're an engineer, you might know that it's kind of tough or like hard to get internships and things like that. This is a pretty easy way to get 10 days of your industrial training done pretty quickly, and it's all just with Sumobots. And like Risa said, you will have to like write a short report, make a video, and that's important for your industrial training. You do need to be sending deliverables to like industry, and that's Risa here. So if you want to get those 10 days industrial training, sign up with the link, and you'll get more info from Julian and Reese.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll stick around as well. So if you are interested, I can chat with you and help sign up if that's something you're interested in.
Do you have a question? Yeah.
You have to be part of the engineering faculty to apply.
No, you don't. Good question. Yeah, it's open to anyone here.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it is open to everyone, but the IT is just for engineers. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks, guys. I'll stick around, but yeah, I might chat with you after. Thank you.
We'll have one. Yeah, just another small thing. Just need to mention the sponsors as well, because we could not have pulled off this program without money from some people, and that includes the Faculty of Engineering, who has supported us with this. They've given us a bit of money and some support, especially thanks to Nathan Zhao from faculty. Also, School of Mechanical Manufacturing Engineering has sponsored this program. They're paying for a bunch of things for us, and shout out to true, we're going to mention K&A as well. K&A is a electronics company that they sell various kinds of electronics and things like that. So if you're interested in making things, K&A is the place to go, because they sell all kinds of different electronics and stuff. They've given us what, 2K for this.
Yeah. So they're sponsoring the prizes.
Yeah, they're sponsoring the prizes, and they'll be doing that.
And if you know the electronics vending machine in Tyree, they're the ones who run it.
Yeah. And if you don't know what it is, you should check it out. There's a vending machine in Tyree on like the ground floor that has various kinds of Arduinos and Raspberry Pis and things like that. Who else? ARC is also sponsoring us, or like they're helping fund the program. And yeah, we couldn't pay for all these kits without their support. So big thanks to them. And yes, that's right.
All right. So we're thinking of getting merch for Sumobots, so like a shirt design like this, which will be priced at around $18. That's not final yet. So we're just looking to see how many people are interested in this. So you just put your hand up if you'd be interested in
Yeah.
trying to push out like this.
Like I'm getting several.
If I
I'm like-
spend $18, I might buy two.
Yeah, honestly, no. These designs were made by like our students. Like we have someone on our team make these designs. They're really good, and you know we would love the support because it does help fund this program, fund more programs like this. So you know, come help us out.
All right. So these will probably be available before the final competition.
Yeah.
We'll see it. Yeah. All right, and just a quick thing about the awards. So for first and second place, we have like $1,000 value prize pool for like split between first and second place. So the actual prizes to be confirmed. We haven't finalized them yet. Also, we have the People's Choice Award. So basically, everyone just votes on a Sumobot that they think is their favorite. That's not theirs. And most aesthetic bot award. So this will be judged by a select group of people. Basically, if you want to go for that, you can make the bot as good looking as possible.
I think we'll get some like lecturers and stuff in on that to actually judge your bot design. You know, maybe you can convince them to give you like more marks or whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, and if you win one of these awards, you get a trophy of some sort. All right. So for our workshops, so our Arduino workshops and also our CAD workshops, we need to download some software before you get there. So for the Arduino ones, you have to install the Arduino IDE, which is like the Arduino software if you don't already have it on your laptop. And to go along with that, these USB drivers. So the CH340G, so that's the USB driver on the Arduino Nanos. So you need that on your computer if you haven't used an Arduino Nano before. And also my access as well. So we'll be using SolidWorks for our CAD session. So if you don't already have SolidWorks installed from one of the courses, then you have to install my access. And yeah, so as long as you have that before the workshops, the relevant workshops, then we should be good to go. All right, does anyone have any questions about anything relating to Sumobots or not relating to Sumobots about our societies?
Nothing, anything.
No?
Anyone want to clarify rules?
Yeah. Was there a question? You got a question?
Are you allowed to put like, if you're in standard, are you allowed to put the LEDs on your robot?
Yes. Make your bots look as cool as possible.
Yeah.
They should have flashing lights and buzzers and all kinds of white
If
things.
it's purely aesthetic,
Yes.
mostly it's yes.
Are you allowed to run the LEDs off of a separate battery from your base battery?
Yes. That's allowed. So as long as that battery is not powering any of the drive,
Yeah.
all good.
Great.
Another question. Do aesthetics count towards the $100 budget? Okay. Yes. It's yes. Yes. I'll talk a bit more about that to you. Was there more questions? You got one?
So you said you allowed other motors that don't drive the...
Yes.
Are you allowed to use a separate battery for those?
You'll have to. That's a good question. We will clarify that one in a sec. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Was there more questions? I feel like I saw another hand somewhere at some point. No? You look like you might have a question. You're having a smile and a giggle. Yeah? No? Yeah? Okay. If not, then we can move on to brainstorm. Okay, so for the rest of the session, what we're going to do is basically you're in your teams. You should take this time or like the rest of this hour to think about your bots, think about what kind of design you want to make, think about what strategies you want to implement, and think about what like tech you want to use, right? So we're going to hand out some paper and some pens if you need. So start sketching, start designing, and think about what the best way to win a Sumobots competition is, right? Whether that's using like ramps or using like, I don't know what kind of weird things people come up with, but go wild and design.
Yeah, and we also have pizza coming in a bit, and we also have drinks at the front, and so feel free to take one.
I'm just gonna do this.
Take a drink, please. Thanks. Wow.
So,
No, I'm heading up.
What?
That's kind of low. Imagine imagining. He's already the VP.
It's and good up.
The VP's here. I was supposed to be taking his place.